Welcome back to Heart Talks with Anita Bahal. So this one I plan to do now once a week, a little story for the kids, and of course the adults can enjoy as well. Beautiful stories that bring about such wonderful discussion, so much to learn. Kids can learn new words. Hey kids, you can learn new words. You can learn to be more awesome, more smart, more loving, to just be healthier, and so much beautiful things. You can also go into the world of imagination and then dreams, and dreams can come true. So today now I wanted to give a beautiful story, The Lion Who Became a Sheep. Yes, the lion who became a sheep. So let's get going, guys, on our journey. Once there was a huge lioness. She was pregnant and half starved. As the days passed and the baby lion grew heavier within her stomach, she had a hard time moving around to find prey. Even when the lioness successfully stalked some creature, she wasn't quick enough to pounce, and so failed every time to capture her prey. Roaring with sadness, heavy with the baby, and pining with hunger, the lioness roamed through the forest and finally fell asleep in the shade of a grove of trees bordering a pasture. As she was dozing, she dreamed she saw a flock of sheep. Yes, she dreamt she saw a flock of sheep grazing. Trying to pounce upon one of the dream sheep, she jerked and woke up to behold, in reality, a large flock of sheep grazing nearby. Overwhelmed with joy, forgetful for the baby lion she was carrying inside her, and impelled by the madness of unappeased hunger, the lioness pounced upon a young lamb and disappeared into the depths of the jungle. The lioness did not even realize that owing to the severe exertion of her mad leap at the lamp, she had given birth to her cub. The sheep were paralyzed with fear at the attack. But when the lioness departed and the panic was over, they wakened from their stupor and noticed the loss of the lamb. As the flock bleated out lamentations in sheep language, they noticed, to their great surprise, the helpless baby lion mewling in their midst. One of the ewes took pity on the cub and adopted it as her own. Several years passed, and the orphan lion, now a mature beast with long mane and tail, roamed with the flock of sheep, behaving exactly like a sheep. Bleating instead of roaring, eating grass, like the grass right here, eating grass instead of meat. This strictly vegetarian lion had perfected himself in the weakness and the meekness of a lamb. It so happened that one day another lion strolled by. Another lion was strolling by. Yes, isn't he cute, guys? Yeah, another lion was strolling by. In the nearby forest which opened into a beautiful green pasture. Just like right here, nice little beautiful grass, but it was huge, a beautiful green pasture. And to his delight, beheld a flock of sheep, thrilled with joy. So he was thrilled with joy. And whipped by hunger, the strong lion, see how strong he is, pursued the fleeing flock of sheep. When to his great amazement, he noticed the husky sheep lion, tail high in the air. So he noticed this lion with the tail out in the air, also fleeing at top speed ahead of the sheep. The pursuing lion, so this lion was pursuing. The pursuing lion paused for a moment, switching his tail in astonishment and wondering. I can understand sheep flying away from me, but I cannot imagine why a stalwart lion should run too. This runaway lion interests me. Spurred by determination to get to the fleeing lion, he raced hard and pounced upon the escaping beast. So he just pounced upon him. So he went fast and hard and pounced upon the escaping beast. The sheep lion fainted with fear. The other lion was more puzzled than ever. Slapping the sheep lion out of his swoon, he rebuked him in a hoarse voice. "Wake up! What's the matter? Why do you, a brother lion, fly away from me?" The sheep lion closed his eyes and bleated out in sheep language, "Please let me go. Please let me go. Don't kill me. I am just a sheep from yonder flock that fled away and left me." "Aha! Now I see why you are bleating," said his captor. He pondered a moment, then seized the mane of the sheep lion with his mighty jaws and dragged him towards the lake at the end of the pasture. When they reached the shore of the lake, he pushed the deluded creature's head over the water so that it was reflected there, and began to shake him violently. For the sheep lion still had his eyes tightly closed. "What's the matter with you?" asked his captor. "Open your eyes and see that you are not a sheep." "Bleat, bleat, 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 bleat. Please don't kill me. Let me go. I am not a lion, but only a meek sheep," wailed the silly beast. The other lion now gave his captive a terrible shake. Under the impact of it, the sheep lion opened his eyes and was astonished to see in the water a reflection not of a sheep's head, but as he expected, but a lion's head. Like that of the one who was shaking him with the paw. Then the big creature said in lion language, "Look at my face and your face in the reflected water. They are the same. You are not a sheep." "And this voice of mine," he said, "we roar. We don't bleat. You must roar instead of bleating." The sheep lion, convinced, tried to roar, but at first succeeded only in bleating. He tried, "Bleat, bleat." But under the slapping paws and the exhortation of his new friend, he at last succeeded in roaring effectively. Then both lions leaped across the field together. As now he realized he was not a sheep. He was a beautiful lion after looking at himself in the lake and being encouraged by Mr. Lion here. This story illustrates how most of us, though made in all powerful, we are like the lions. However, we believe we are very weak. We believe, just like the lion, that unlike the lion, that we are very weak. We are mortal. We are confined to who we are with. And we don't realize the greatness and the strength and the amazing roars that we are capable of as we stay confined in that delusion of who we are not and forget how great and how much strength and how wonderful we truly are. So I want you guys, if you did listen to that story, if you are kids, if you are adults, not only look at yourself in the mirror and see your beautiful physical reflection, but know deep down who you are. So guys, this is a beautiful story that you can have a wonderful discussion with your classes. You can have a beautiful discussion with your family and see what they got from the story. There are tons of lessons to get from the story. So discuss it, see what you have heard, see what beauty you had seen in the story, and discuss it with each other, and please learn from the story and know who you are. So have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed story time on Heart to Heart with Anita. And I want to say a special thank you to my primary school teachers, Miss Holsey Singh and Miss Tara Mahes, who had definitely encouraged me to be a storyteller when I was at the primary level in school. Even though I have not used those skills in a long time, I definitely was a storyteller at this young age of 10. And thank you so much for encouraging me as I go on this journey once a week to give a beautiful story. Also, you guys don't even have to look at this video. You can simply play the video and let kids listen and then have a beautiful discussion. Love and light, Anita.